Joined now by LeBron's former teammate. We know who he is. Fox NBA analyst Tristan Thompson. All right, Tristan.
My dog.
What you gonna say? Giannis playoff woes.
I need a little more energy when you introduce me. Jeez.
I know how this is gonna go. Talk about knowing the time without looking at your watch. Should his playoff woes prove LeBron should win the MVP?
Yes, it does. Yes, it should prove that. Yes, it does. And here's why. Here's why. Listen, I understand the voting went on before the bubble, and yes, like,
thank you,
I respect Giannis' numbers. He's putting up numbers that Will's putting on, but at the end of the day, it's about MVP. Look what LeBron's doing in year 17, leading the league in assists. Like, that's unheard of. Like, the last guy in year 17 to put up some good numbers was like Kareem when he had, 23 and 7 rebounds. Like, in year 17, most of us is either on the bench, clapping, being a towel boy. So for him to put up them kind of numbers, and let's look at that roster. Marcellus, you're the same one that said if you take LeBron off that Lakers team, that team has a bunch of guys who you would say are people that nobody wants.
Marcellus
so he's
I like Anthony Davis, don't you?
Yeah, Marcellus definitely did say that, Acho. He definitely said that. No, Anthony Davis is definitely top 5, everything about that. We give him his respect. But at the end of the day, look what LeBron's doing. When he was in the East in Cleveland, everyone said, guess what? When LeBron comes to the West, he can't do it. It's too stacked, too many good teams. He come to the West, look what he's doing. Number 1 team in the West. He keeps proving every time when we say he can't do it. So, listen, man, what I realized in 2020 is that, not everything's guaranteed, and we don't know when our time is up. Of course, we lost the great and Kobe, and God rest his soul. So with a guy like LeBron, man, we got to cherish this, because you never know. Give this man his MVP and stop playing around.
The hell you and your feelings for so tough today? Hell no, he don't get the MVP, Tristan. First of all, you know why he doesn't get the MVP. Because it's based on the regular season. And in the regular season, LeBron compared to Giannis, kind of regular. Not Giannis levels. Giannis was the MVP last year, right here, right? This year, he was even better. His team was the number 1 seed overall in the NBA, not just the Eastern Conference like they were last year. And he improves, but he can't win the MVP. Because why? Because Tristan, the basketball players, a lot of people tell me that basketball players are pretty cocky. I never like to buy into that hype. But hearing you right now want to manipulate the rules and having the God complex you have, how dare you follow the rules because you're Tristan Thompson, a basketball player, I have a problem with that. So let's just say this, because these are not hypotheticals. Let's give you some real facts. When Dirk lost in the first round of the playoffs, his MVP season, should they take it away from him? Should they? Oh, what about Russell Westbrook when they lost in the first round when he won MVP? Should they took it away? Oh, what about Lamar Jackson? He lost this year, divisional round, first game of the playoffs for him. Should they take it away? No. So why should they do it for Giannis right now? I'm listening to somebody.
It's not a matter, Marcellus, that they should take it away, but they should use it as an educational point to maybe we weren't, in fact, correct. When I think about should Giannis get the MVP or not based off his lackluster performances thus far recently in the playoffs, here's what I say, Marcellus. I'm not going to argue that the regular season MVP means that Giannis was better in the regular season, but what I will say is this. Maybe LeBron James was right. Remember when Bron said, when I was in the East, running through the East, 8 straight finals appearances, y'all were like, well, LeBron, you just play in the East. The East is sorry. Okay, now I'm in the West, and nobody's saying the same thing about Giannis. My take here is, Marcellus, is not that we should change Giannis from being the MVP if he were to get that because of his lackluster performances thus far, but maybe we should wake up and realize, the East really isn't all this cracked up to be, because now that it's under a microscope and now that Giannis ain't playing cupcakes, but Giannis is playing real dogs that are actually formulating scouting reports against him, we're seeing just who can elevate their team and just who can't. So I'm not saying that we should alter the MVP vote because of what occurred in the bubble. But what I am saying is we should alter our education because of what's occurred in the bubble. And our eyes have told us, wait a second, LeBron truly was the best player all season. Giannis just played against lesser opponents. He runs the lesson.
Man, I want to keep the University of Texas in high esteem, but having 2 alums like you guys sounding the way y'all sound right now.
Intelligent.
Man, them entrance exams. What y'all doing, by video, by Snapchat? Like, what the hell is this?
Snapchat didn't exist back then.
What is y'all talking about? First of all, lackluster performances. Tristan Thompson, do not be a broadcaster right now. I need the baller in you. It's 29-14 lackluster.
It's not about stats, sir. It's about the moment.
Why you can't let Tristan talk?
It's not about the numbers. It's about the impact. It's about the impact.
So when LeBron gives you 10 points and then they win, you're like, oh, yeah, he should be the MVP. What the hell are y'all talking about? LeBron James in the regular season, when they went to the bubble, he went down in all of his categories. If he was going to make the MVP surge and he was going to make that argument in those 8 games, LeBron, let's go. Do Devin Booker. Do Damian Lillard. Do something, but don't go backwards because you're resting for the playoffs and then want us to give you the AARP MVP award because you took off the regular season in comparison to the real MVP, but now you deserve it because your team is doing better.
Tristan, go ahead and get him. Get him. Throw me the oop, and I'm going to dunk it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, let me be CP. I'm going to create, then I'm going to lob it to you like you DJ. Okay?
We saw how that went last night. We see how that played out.
Oh, we're not getting to that right now, okay? You know, my prediction went wrong, okay? But we're not getting to that. But like I was saying, no, what I was saying is that you comparing LeBron going to the bubble to Devin Booker and Damian Lillard, like, listen, Damian Lillard and Devin Booker were going crazy. They was unstoppable. They put the numbers up. But LeBron knows what the long-term goal is. Like, why does LeBron need to come in and drop 35, 15, and 16 in the seeding game for what? When he got the number 1 seed after 2-3 games. What's the point of putting up all those numbers? For what, to get a bumble MVP? Yeah, it's a great award, but the man want rings.
So you don't get the MVP for the season then. That's all I'm saying. I agree
Marcellus,
with you. You don't get the MVP. He knew he was behind. If you're not going to go Devin Booker,
ladies and gentlemen, this is not a statistical class. Marcellus, you're sitting here crunching numbers like we're in calculus, and you're crunching numbers like this is pre-cal. Oh, wait, Giannis had 29, 14, and 7. And Giannis, we don't care about your Columbia education right now, okay? Put your book bag away, put your roller backpack up in your cubby, and let's use our eyes to really break down the tape.
Regular season eyes, or are we going to use these eyes today?
Whatever eyes you want, Marcellus. If you want to use whatever eyes you want, who galvanizes a team? Who played against harder competition? Who does more? Now, it's not about what Giannis will fill up a box score. Galvanize. You know how to spell it. G-A-L-V and some other letters. Okay? Who makes the rest of the team better? It's LeBron. I don't want to hear about
So Iguodala's the MVP of Miami and Golden State back there. He galvanized the team. Like, what the hell are you talking about? First of all, I'm looking at LeBron James like, look, you may not even be the MVP of your own team. Y'all remember when we were growing up, we used to have the banquets?
Oh, come on.
Hey, 100.
Mute his mic. Somebody please mute his mic.
Look, Mr. All-State linebacker here should know this. How many times have you gotten awards from publications and your accolades externally, and then you show up at your own award banquet, and they like, the other guy actually is the co-MVP or most outstanding player. They used to do stuff like that. My point is, Anthony Davis came to this roster, and this is a real argument. Last year, they didn't make the playoffs. LeBron was there. I know he got hurt, but he was there. This year, they add Anthony Davis, and they're the number 1 seed. But yet and still, we're going to give all the credit to LeBron and not to Anthony Davis, one, splitting that vote, but more importantly, to Giannis, who's on the East, improving on the MVP performance from last year. Tristan, please help this boy.
No, I don't need no help. You need help, Marcellus.
Wait. So first of all, you know before LeBron got hurt, you know what seed they were in.
What seed were they, Tristan? Say it with your chest, too.
Yeah.
Carson, like 3 or 4. They're like 4 or 3, right?
Carson Wentz want to hear this one.
They're fourth. They're fourth. So don't act like they were in the 8th seed and
I
climb all the way up.
You felt it. I didn't say it. I didn't say nothing about
yes, they had Anthony Davis for sure, but listen, we know you had Anthony Davis, top 5 player, but come on now. That ship do not go unless LeBron James is the captain of that ship. Come on now.
Where'd they go last year?
Let's be realistic right now.
But you just
where'd we go last year,
with LeBron, they was what, 3rd, 4th seed? Without LeBron, they didn't make the playoffs. Didn't make the playoffs. So that tells you the value
we beat them when LeBron wasn't playing.
LeBron James.
I have nothing else to say. You guys already changed the actual rules that says regular season. You guys don't even want to have that argument. You want to have the argument that you like, which helps your case, which is LeBron's looking better in the playoffs than Giannis. And then undermine Giannis and call him lackluster with a 29-14 effort.
Marcellus, you have said it.
No, I didn't say that.
No, Acho did.
Listen, I listened to the great Shaquille O'Neal and regurgitate the words of one of the best players this game has ever seen. And like Tristan said, what Shaq had said earlier, it's not just about filling up a box score, Marcellus. In the playoffs, in the big-time moments, you played in several big moments. Tristan, you have won in several big moments, like Tristan alluded to. It's not just about filling up a box score, bruh. Great, 29-14, and an L. Because at the end of that box score, no, at the beginning of the box score, it's preceded by an L.
Yeah, so kids at home, if you don't score any points, any rebounds, any assists, but you win, hey, MVP performance from you.